guys, it's time for the weekly update where I just talk a little bit about how the week has gone and any tweaks or changes or anything like that. But before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button and we'll get going. Okay, so this week's been a little bit different, even though it was still a 5-day school week. My husband and I had to go out of town on Friday, which meant the boys had to do some schoolwork independently at home. And I didn't make them have as heavy as a load as when they're staying with grandparents and all. But during the week, we've kind of done a little bit more, like a little bit extra in some subjects, so that way they didn't have to do it today. And today is just a lot of review, especially for math. It's just a review on math and to really study their Bible drills, because they do have a church drill coming up in about a month, and then hopefully there's just some reading time just to read a little bit in their chapter books. So I purposely made it a shorter day for school just because they did extra this week and to make it a little bit easier on them. But for my peace of mind, I wanted them to at least do some school today, since it is Friday and it is a school day. One thing that I was able to do while I was here in town was I went to the Learning Center, which is like an store, and I was able to, one, get the base blocks that I'm going to need for Joshua when he gets in kindergarten. I know I'm going to need those for the manipulative set that I'm going to create, and so I'm going to get those. So I was able to get those base 10 blocks. You can get them off Amazon too, or thelearningcenter.com. I'll put both those links in the description below. And then while I was there, I went ahead and picked up a Spectrum spelling book, and I don't remember off the top of my head what grade I got. I think I got 4th, yeah, because I got the one that my oldest son, it's a grade less than what he's in, and then grade more than what my middle son, yeah, so it'd be 4th grade. And I've been struggling with a little bit with their spelling. I've noticed that their spelling's not where it should be, and it's just really off. And I don't like the idea of having to do weekly spelling tests, with the fact that I feel like in 2 or 3 weeks they forget what their spelling words were for that week. So it's like a short-term memory. They remember them Monday through Friday enough to pass the test and then go on, and that's not what I want. I want them to retain it and actually memorize the spelling words. So what I did was the language arts that we've used this last semester, or this last school year, has not done a lot with spelling, and that's one part I don't really like about it. I'll give my full review on each curriculum come June, probably is when I'll get that one out. But we are going to be using a new language arts curriculum this coming school year, and I think it will have better spelling applications in it, like I'm wanting. So since it's already this late in the school year, I didn't necessarily want to invest in current grade level spelling, so that's why I chose the grade that's right between my sons right now, because it's a challenge, I think, for both of them, where it's a good grade level for my older one and maybe a little bit more challenging for my middle one, but nothing he can't handle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to use the spelling words that are there each week as a guide as what's, grade level appropriate spelling words for them. And then also some ideas on how to incorporate using them more than just doing rainbow writing or something like that they can actually use it a little bit more. And so I'm going to see how that works out. I think it'll work out really well. And as the years progress, they both increased greatly on their writing prompts, because I do have them do a weekly writing prompt that I give them, and there's been more complete sentences on my older one's part, because he would tend to think faster than he wrote, so we'd leave out little things like articles or plural. It should be a plural when he wrote singular type aspect. So his writing has greatly improved on that. It's just still a spelling issue. And then with our middle one, he's done really well at writing more, because it would be like 1 or 2 2 or 3 sentences and he would be done. but he's progressively gotten a little bit better at writing more about it for the writing prompts. So there's been a great improvement both on their writing skills, I think, but not quite where I want it to be at. And like I said, I know that especially this year being our first year homeschooling, there's going to be a lot of trial and errors, and people that's watching this seasoned homeschoolers are probably like, well, spelling's one of the first things you should do. So yeah, okay, chalk it up to, learning, and that everybody has different goals, I guess. But so that's how I'm going to do it, starting the middle of, since it's so late in the school semester, but it's something that I needed to go ahead and get started on. But with the new curriculum that they're going to start for language arts, I think it has better spelling aspects in it. So I didn't necessarily want to purchase a complete spelling for both of them for their current grade level. So that's why I'm going to blend kind of the two together and use it for both of them. And we'll see how it goes. I can do a quick flip through on the Spectrum spelling. Yeah, Spectrum spelling, because that's the book that I grabbed while I was out. Not affiliated with any stores or companies or anything like that. But it's been a good week. Even though the boys had a little bit more to do each day, just to help offset the shorter day Friday, it's been a really good week. I think there's new concepts that we're learning that seem to be going really well. And overall, it's been a good week. I can't complain. All the snow's gone, so it's back to just the dreary, rainy weather that we usually have this time of year. But that's okay. So it's been a good week. It's going to be a good weekend, and I'm looking forward to this spring. And I've got some exciting things coming for the channel that we're going to start doing in the spring, and actually probably in a couple weeks we're going to start, so that'll be exciting. And